Hi, I'm Laura Levitt, creator of DevelopYourInnerHealer.com. And in this video, I want to tell you a little bit about EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques, or tapping, and give you a quick rundown on how to use tapping for yourself. In my coaching programs, we talk about mindset issues around whatever your issue is. And one of my specialties is tapping into wealth. And then we tap through the issues to really eliminate, soften, or totally bust free of any of those limitations that are keeping us stuck. So we're free to move forward and not have those triggers come up and affect us in our mind body. And what I mean by mind body is our nervous system runs with this fight or flight anxiety that keeps us stuck in those limiting patterns, behaviors, and emotions that get triggered in us. So if we have a way to eliminate that stress and change that programming that's unconscious, that sometimes we don't even know is there, but it keeps us acting in unproductive ways, then we have to have a tool, a mind-body tool. And tapping is one of the most effective tools out there for that. Okay, it not only helps change your mindset, but it actually changes the physiology. There we go. Physiology of your body, because what's going on is actually entrenched in the mind and body. So let's start some tapping. Okay, how I tap is if I'm just getting started, I want to bring the topic to my mind. Whatever it is I'm going to be discussing, whether it's stress or weight loss or, my blocks around not quite having enough money at the end of the month, or my thoughts about, having to step out and do a little bit of networking with clients. So I start by tapping here on the karate chop point. The point here is if you were going to chop a piece of wood, that's where you'd connect. So that's what we call the karate chop point. And I just take a couple of fingers, tap gently there. When I have said a few lines, 3 or 4 lines, a good paragraph of lines that bring my topic to mind, then I start tapping through some other points. There's a lot of different points because there are 14 meridians in the body, and along those meridians are thousands of acupuncture points. And these are the points that we are going to pick out and tap on, a few of them. And it's very similar to like when an acupuncturist puts a needle in a point, except we're not going to use needles. Don't worry, don't panic. We are just going to tap. Okay, so it is a little bit like acupressure as well. But what happens is very similar to acupuncture. When we tap on these points, we're creating an electrical charge in the body, in the nervous system. This is going to open up a pathway so that as we bring to mind and voice our issue, it causes a release and a flow of energy to come up, out, and through us and release some of that stuck patterning, stuck energy, stuck emotions. That is the theory behind this. Very simple. Anyone can do it. It's very forgiving. Hardly anybody can do it wrong. Okay? So the next points I like to go to is top of the head. All of the meridians in the body come up and meet at the top of the head. So tap right here on the top. Just move your hand around a little bit using all your fingers. That way you're hitting the significant points, but not feeling stressed out about exactly where and are you doing it right. Okay, energy follows our intention. So it's more about your intention, the tapping, the having in your conscious mind and awareness, the issue that is the powerful force with this procedure. Okay, next is the inner eyebrow. Okay, and it can be either side, and we just tap gently on where the start of an eyebrow would be. Then the side of the eye, and it's not back by the temple, just on the side, on the bone, and gently when you're working around the eye, under the eye, on the bone. Sometimes in videos this can look like we're on the cheek, but again, it's right on the bone under the eye. Under the nose, okay, under the bottom lip, and it's just in the crease there on the chin. And then the next points are the collarbone points. If you see on yourself or feel on yourself where your collarbones come together in the center, you'll find some little bumps. And then just take your hand out at an angle downward about 1.5 inches. On some people, there's a little bit of a divot there. And that is where we tap for the collarbone point. You can use one side or the other. You can switch hands. You can do both. Perfectly fine. Okay? Most of the time I can only use one hand because the other hand is holding notes or holding the phone. All right, the next points, and again, I only use these once in a while depending on the session and not always in videos. And it's under the arm, and it's about 4 finger lengths under the armpit. On women, it would be right where the bra strap goes. Okay, and you just tap there. I usually use my whole hand, so it's more like a slap. I cross over, do the other hand, and then I'm back up to the beginning. And a full cycle starts at the top, works its way down. And around and around. And what happens when we do tapping is we focus on a negative round first to clear and get the charge down to more of a neutral place. Okay, if you had a fear of heights and it was being triggered in the moment because you were thinking about going out to the deck or out on a higher, balcony, you would start tapping as you got near or thought about doing it. Okay, tap through that as you're thinking about the fear of going out on the deck, the fear of heights, this fear that's been ongoing for years, that kind of thing. Okay, the anxiety you're feeling in your body. When you feel that has shifted and it's not so much, then you can end the round, this session of tapping, with a positive round. Positive rounds can be as simple as tapping in what you would like to feel. An example would be you want to feel calm, you want to feel relaxed, and you want to have courage. So you would just tap through with those simple words: courage, calm, peaceful. Courage, calm, peaceful. All right, so 1 round of negative, or several if needed, 1 round of positive, and this will supercharge your life in very positive ways. So stay tuned. I will bring out more videos on specific topics that we can tap through and give you even more experiences using tapping to transform your life and tap in more health, wealth, and happiness.